California, the land of sunshine and opportunity, is seeing a surprising trend, a drop in population. This exodus includes some of the state's wealthiest residents. Even celebrities like Sylvester Stallone have moved out. With a population decline of over 75,000 in just 1 year, California's tax base, heavily reliant on high earners, is facing a potential shakeup. Could the Golden State be losing its shine? Is California allure fading? Long synonymous with sunshine, opportunity, and a vibrant economy, California is experiencing a demographic shift. Recent data reveals a population decline exceeding 75,000 in 2023, bringing the state's total to under 39 million, the lowest since 2015. While outward migration from California isn't a novel phenomenon, a concerning trend is emerging. A notable portion of those leaving are the state's wealthiest residents. This exodus of high earners has significant implications for California's fiscal health, meaning a substantial portion of its revenue comes from income taxes paid by its most affluent residents. This exodus threatens to erode that tax base, potentially impacting the state's ability to fund essential services like education and infrastructure. Analysis of the approximately 750,000 people who have bid farewell to California over the last 3 years paints a concerning picture. Data shows a disproportionate number of high-earning, well-educated workers leaving the Golden State. As Joel Kotkin, a fellow at Chapman University, aptly stated to the Los Angeles Times, people who are leaving are taking their tax dollars with them. This poses a significant challenge for California's fiscal health. California boasts the highest state income tax in the nation. While the top rate hovered at 13.3% for a decade, it skyrocketed to a staggering 14.4% on January 1st for those earning over $1 million. This increase, coupled with other factors, appears to be a tipping point for many high earners. The lost tax revenue from these departing residents could significantly impact California's ability to fund essential services and maintain its current level of infrastructure investment. California's recent tax hike throws gasoline on the fire of outmigration. At a staggering 14.4%, the top income tax now dwarfs those of other high-tax states like Hawaii, 11%, and New York, 10.5% for incomes exceeding $25 million. This hefty increase seems to be a tipping point for many ultra-wealthy Californians, who traditionally contribute a significant portion, 40 to 50% of the state's personal income tax revenue. Estate planning attorney Todd Littman summed it up for Sky News. They're tired of propping up the state's finances. His experience reflects his frustration, with clients citing the new tax rate as a primary reason for their fleeing. The exodus isn't limited to individuals. Businesses are also taking flight, driven away by a combination of factors beyond just high taxes. Punitive regulations, skyrocketing labor costs, and burdensome utility and energy expenses are all contributing to this trend. The loss on multiple fronts is particularly concerning given California's current predicament, a record $68 billion budget deficit fueled in no small part by a dramatic drop in tax revenue. Can the Golden State find a way to plug this financial leak before it tarnishes its economic luster? For many wealthy individuals, a 14.4% tax rate is more of an annoyance than a financial obstacle. But for those in lower tax brackets, it's a different situation. In 2020 and 2021, people who moved from California made about $137,000 on average, according to IRS data. This puts them in California's highest tax bracket, 9.3% for individuals earning between $61,215 and $312,686 annually, or married couples with incomes of $122,429 to $625,372. If you earned $137,000 last year in California, your estimated state income tax for 2023 would be around $9,900, according to Smart Asset. But if you reduced your taxable income by marking out your 401k contribution at $22,500 and your IRA contribution at $7,500 for those aged 50 and older, your estimated state income tax would be approximately $6,800. This is on top of federal income tax, which would be around 22 to 24% for a household income of $137,000, plus property taxes of about 0.7% and sales tax of at least 7.3%. It's a substantial tax burden each year, especially with rising costs following the COVID-19 pandemic. The question might arise, if not California, then where? Several destinations favored by departing Californians include Texas, Florida, Arizona, Tennessee, and Nevada. What's the common thread? They're all extremely tax-friendly. According to census data, Texas and Florida saw the most significant population growth in 2023, with increases of about 473,500 and 365,200 people, respectively. Both states boast no personal income tax, a potential savings of thousands annually for affluent individuals. These tax-advantageous states hold particular allure for retirees seeking to preserve a substantial portion of their retirement funds from taxation. If you're contemplating a move due to exorbitant income taxes, it's crucial to delve deeper into the tax landscape of each state. Factors to consider include individual state income tax brackets, as well as available deductions, exemptions, and credits. Additionally, property and sales taxes play a significant role in a state's overall affordability. For instance, while Texas, the preferred destination for many Californians, imposes no state income tax, it does have one of the nation's highest effective property tax rates, hovering around 1.7%. Similarly, tax-friendly Tennessee boasts the highest sales tax rate nationwide, sitting at nearly 9.5%. Undoubtedly, tax rates aren't the sole catalyst for Californians departing the Golden State, but they are a substantial driving force, one that could have ramifications for those who opt to remain, particularly if the state's economy suffers as a consequence. Crime rates, though showing a recent decline, can still be a concern for some residents. Uneven distribution across the state means certain areas experiencing higher crime levels, impacting the quality of life. This, coupled with the perception of rising crime, can create a sense of unease and contribute to the decision to relocate to a perceived safer environment. Beyond finances and safety, Californians grapple with an increasingly congested and polluted landscape. Traffic gridlock in major cities wastes valuable time and contributes to air pollution. The state also battles wildfires, droughts, and other natural disasters, adding a layer of uncertainty for some residents. These factors, woven together, paint a picture of a state struggling to maintain its affordability and allure. On top of that, the term woke culture has become a lightning rod in recent years, sparking debate about social justice and political correctness. While California has long been a progressive state, some argue a more stringent form of woke culture is contributing to the exodus of residents. Woke culture emphasizes awareness of social and racial inequalities, promoting inclusivity and challenging traditional power structures. Proponents believe it fosters a more just society. However, critics argue it can lead to censorship, stifling creative expression and open discourse. In California, the influence of woke culture is felt in various spheres. Hollywood, a major California industry, has embraced diversity and inclusion initiatives. While this is positive, some argue it can lead to the homogenization of stories and prioritize identity politics over artistic merit. This, critics argue, may be driving away established actors like Sylvester Stallone, who recently relocated to Florida, citing a desire to make great movies. The rise of cancel culture, a related phenomenon, further fuels this debate. Cancel culture involves ostracizing individuals deemed offensive, often through social media. While intended to hold people accountable, critics argue it fosters an atmosphere of fear and discourages open debate. This, they claim, fosters a sense of creative suffocation for some Californians. So, California, a land synonymous with sunshine, opportunity, and Hollywood glitz, is experiencing a surprising trend: a population decline. This exodus includes not just average citizens, but some of the state's wealthiest residents, with celebrities like Sylvester Stallone joining the migration out. With a population shrinking by over 75,000 in a single year, California's tax base, heavily reliant on high earners, faces a potential shakeup. These developments raise a critical question: is California losing its shine? Several factors seem to be contributing to this trend. Soaring housing costs have priced out many middle-class families and young professionals, making it difficult to achieve the California dream of prosperity. Concerns about crime, while showing a recent decrease, remain unevenly distributed and can impact quality of life. Additionally, the state's notorious traffic congestion and environmental challenges, including wildfires and droughts, create a sense of unease for some residents. Beyond these tangible factors, a possible shift in California's cultural landscape might also be playing a role. The rise of woke culture and cancel culture, while advocating for inclusivity and social justice, can be seen by some as stifling artistic expression and open discourse. This perception, particularly within the entertainment industry, might be a contributing factor to some celebrities' departures. So, what are your thoughts? Do let me know in the comments. Like the video and subscribe to the channel for more updates.